Hi, Graham. How you doing?
I'm very well. So this is a big change for you. You kick off. You're on air at 6 o'clock. What time is getting up now?
Whoa. Probably the first couple of days anyway, around 4:30. Look, Alan Brazil's got it honed perfectly. He arrives at the studio at 5 to 6. Now, I don't think I can quite get away with that, not yet anyway. So, um, the way I look at it, Graham, is 4:30. It's only a number.
Yeah, yeah, Jeff. Let's look at it like that.
Yeah,
What time are you going to
but
bed tonight?
I don't think I'll sleep because I've got so much nervous excitement at the moment. So it's going to be a pretty normal night. I've got to do a bit of research by watching Match of the Day, see what's happened in today's games. So it's probably going to be a fairly normal time. I've done breakfast before. It was many years ago at Sky News. I used to present the sports bulletins there. And that shift didn't finish till 2:30 in the afternoon. So it was a long shift. You
Wow.
had to be there by 5:30 in the morning, finish at 2:30. So I used to go to bed in the afternoons to live a sort of relatively normal life in the evenings. When that was great. But I lived in a basement flat, and my alarm was set for 4:30 every day. I remember being in bed and waking up one day, and I looked at the clock. Oh my goodness, it's 5:30. I've missed the alarm. Panic, panic, panic. What am I going to do? Ring the office, get in the shower first. And I'm standing in the shower with the water trickling down on my head when suddenly it dawned on me that it was 5:30 in the evening and not in the morning because it's so disorientating.
And so you started on radio, I think, but like years ago, back in the 70s.
Yeah, I started as a local newspaper reporter, and then I moved to independent local radio because they were the sort of embryonic days of local radio, and I'd never worked in radio before. But that didn't matter then because most people hadn't either. You didn't have to have any experience. So I was really fortunate to get into radio in that way. And I started as a news reporter, and by chance, I hadn't been on the air, Graham. Um, when on the first Saturday that I'd been there, I'd been at the station for 5 days. I got a message from my boss saying, the Middlesbrough football reporter's been taken ill. Go to Elland Road and report on Leeds against Middlesbrough, which was a top division game at the time, a bit of a local derby as well.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a Scooby Doo, but I got through it. And I went into work on the Monday, and he said, "You are no longer a news reporter. You are now a sports reporter," and it changed my life.
Well, I mean, that's one of those real sliding door moments. And when do you stop being a reporter and when do you start becoming a pundit? How does that happen?
Well, I've never regarded myself as a pundit because, I'm there with a team of pundits, and I'm not really meant to give my opinion. But on Gillette Soccer Saturday, anybody who's watched it will know that I'm a real opinionated little so and so. I just can't hold it in. Um, so I mean, I was fortunate enough. I got some. Graham, you need some lucky breaks along the line. I got some lucky breaks. And when Gillette Stop the Saturday came around, the idea was that there'd be four a football show with no football, just four people telling you what you were missing. There wasn't a queue around the block for the presenter's job for that because nobody thought it would work. So I was at the front and the back of the queue. I was the only one in the queue, got the job, and it was a lucky break.
And it's weird because you wouldn't think like sport would work on the radio, but like as I was saying in the intro there, talk sport is huge. It's just massive.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, it's a cliche to say, but you go to your local pub, people are talking about sport. A lot of people are talking about football, cricket, boxing, whatever it is. You're in your car. People love to listen to people like Ali McCoist and Alan Brazil, Ray Parler. You're talking about the weekend's football, the weekend sport. And I mean, of course, it's a sports radio station, but you get a bit of everything in there as well, from Alan's political viewpoint, through to what Ali's been up to at the weekend. Well, the bits that he's allowed to say anyway. Um, I think that the whole idea of it is, and I'm not an expert at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I've been in a couple of times to see it go out. My impression was that at that time of day, everybody walks around with a long face, dreading what's to come, for the rest of the day, wishing they were back in their beds. So the idea is to try and put a smile on their face. And I think over the years, talkSPORT's managed to do that. And frankly, I hope I can carry on in that vein. I'm not the one who suddenly wipes a smile off people's faces.
Well, listen, you're in safe hands with Alan McCoist. Are they trusting you with buttons, Jeff, or are you just sitting on your hands?
I'm hoping I'm sitting on my hands. I'm a real technophobe. If they trust me with buttons, there are going to be some wrong buttons pressed, which might be interesting. In fairness, that might bring a smile to people's faces.
I'm almost tempted to set my alarm for 6 a.m. to hear how you sound tomorrow morning, Jeff. Good luck with it all. You just do Mondays and Tuesdays, though. You're not a fool. You're only doing the 2 mornings a week.
Absolutely. Look, most people will give their right arm for a 2-day working week. That's the way I look at it. Think of how glorious it's going to be to lie in bed on Wednesday morning. It's, I might be a bit of a masochist, but I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Listen, so are we, Jeff. Good luck with it all.
Thank
talkSPORT,
you, Graham.
you can listen to it on the app, online, your smart speaker, on DAB digital radio, and on 1089 or 1053 AM. Take care, Jeff. Enjoy the rest of your lazy Sunday.
Thanks,
Bye.
Graham.
Sleep well. Bye.
I will. I will.
Bye.